creators can be kind of incentivized to share things without doing due diligence. And I want to take a moment and talk about two different claims that I've seen repeatedly in my comments over the last week, and I have seen other social media creators reporting them very uncritically as if they were facts. And I always try and have at least two credible sources before I share information. So let's take the first one. When we're talking about how we can push back against ICE, how we can protect our communities from ICE, we can defend our constitutional rights against these masked secret police that are sweeping through our neighborhoods who refuse to identify themselves, won't show a warrant, and are terrorizing communities all across America. Whenever I talk about that, people are like, oh, have you heard of those tow truck drivers that are towing these unmarked ICE vehicles, which are often illegally parked, double parked, etc.? And I've seen TikTok and YouTube creators basically making hopecore content out of it. Videos like this one.
There's a group of tow truck drivers in LA that are going around and looking for unmarked vehicles, and they're towing them away.
Right, the claim being made is that these tow trucks are towing unmarked ICE vehicles. Y'all, I did a ton of digging, and I cannot find a single credible source for this story. This is shaping up to be an urban myth. In fact, I believe that the origin of this story is a post from a satire account on Threads. And I've seen at least one YouTuber who has taken that Threads post uncritically as fact and made a video about it. It's this post breaking a growing group of tow truck drivers in LA are reportedly stalking ICE convoys so they can tow away all the unmarked ICE vans and SUVs that get parked incorrectly the moment the agents get out and start looking for people to abduct and deport. This, I believe, is the origin of this urban legend. The Halfway Post is a halfway true comedy and satire account. The account itself says, I don't report the facts, I improve them. Comedy is cathartic in fascist eras. So as cool as this story sounds, it seems that it's urban legend. Much like the kind of hopecore content that the reason that only 300 members of the National Guard originally turned up in LA is because folks were refusing to be mobilized. They weren't answering their phones. That was not what was happening. They were just being mobilized in stages against the express wishes of the governor of California and the mayor of LA. And I definitely am not going to recommend that people do anything to a vehicle they think may belong to ICE. Because I'm pretty sure that in this day and age, that could constitute a federal crime. Again, I'm not an attorney. Right, and I've seen a couple of posts like this, was able to afford my California rent by reporting illegally parked ICE cars to the tow companies because they pay commission. Okay, that's pretty resourceful, but also maybe check out the consequences of your actions and don't necessarily attempt to replicate something that you saw in a 15-second TikTok video.